Thank you, everybody. Good morning and happy Easter. Thank you. Once you join, let's share extensively and get this very straightforward message. We'll also talk about what's going on in La République du Cameroon, the government and its communication of minister and the parliament and the Senate and all the noise they are making around following the EU resolution. So we'll talk about it. And it's a completely very bright day for Ambazonians because this gives us the perspective in which our revolution has fallen on squarely. We must continuously try to put in place counter information from those who are trying to misinform our people about the stakes of the revolution. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians, we want to continuously say that the heat is on the Cameroonian government. And so long as we remain on the track of our revolution, we will, of course, get independence not a long time from now. We also have a message from some of your U.S. senators that I've talked with. We also don't forget that Professor Lumumba is going to be coming here. That's going to be a grand rally where every one of us, every single Ambazonian is supposed to be out there to show that commitment, to show the fact that we are ready for our independence. That's why we're coming out in our numbers. You know, the independence of Southern Cameroon is squarely on you. You have the responsibility to liberate Southern Cameroons. And in liberating Southern Cameroons, your presentations, your appearances, your presence in events that are anti-BIA, anti-genocidal, that are pro-independence is going to change the face of the revolution. As a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to trust in what you believe in, and what you believe in is independence, and nobody's going to take that away from you. It's only going to linger around for a while, but what's gonna be, because there is no way the regime of Yaoundé can stop people who are already mentally freed, people who have decided that they are going their own way. It remains very significant for us to understand that this independence of Southern Cameroons is God ordained. It's something that started with a mere strike or whatever peaceful demonstration with plans from lawyers and teachers, and then it transformed itself following the declaration of the restoration of the independence of the statehood of Southern Cameroon by His Excellency Sissekwa Oktabe Julius. Going forward, ladies and gentlemen, I think there's a whole lot that we need to do as a people. We need to stay committed. We need to stay very focused. And staying committed and focused is not denying, speaking the truth, it's not denying, condemning those who are trying to destroy the revolution. I will make some very, very clear declarations here today. And I want to repeat the fact that I have problems with nobody, and I will never have any problems with anybody, but I will continuously condemn to earnest anybody who thinks that he or she can use this revolution to manipulate our people, can Photoshop things to set confusion, because we as a people, we the people of Southern Cameroon, we remain very consistent on what we believe in. Once more, if you're just joining, of course, this is a very special live show. Happy Easter to all of you who are watching. It's a very special Sunday. We are glad to know that everybody out there, sound is good and everything is going according to plan. So your independence is here, and it remains very important for all of you to understand this particular fact. So we will continuously stay very focused, like I've said, and we will not allow ourselves to be manipulated by a few people who think that without them this revolution should not continue. That is why one of the rules that I have to play, apart from fighting the government of Porbia, is to make sure that I discard in earnest any misinformation, any issue that is trying to cause confusion. And of course, we must remain very, very constant in our attitude. Now, there's a lot that's going on, as you're already aware, and we cannot say more than what we see. We will only say to you or show you exactly the things that are going on. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, we have been touching base. It's very easy. It's something that anybody can do. The offices are there. You can go online if you want to talk to the senator of Nebraska, for example, or senators from Nebraska. You want to talk to any senator, whether from Indiana or congressman. You want to talk to a senator in Maryland or Virginia or anywhere, wherever you want to speak. I mean, you can obviously, get their phone numbers. It's online. They're there. They have their emails and everything. So that is a very simple job that everybody is supposed to do. We have been very consistent in trying to in contacting those offices, and the results are very enormous. And every Southern Cameroonian that lives in the US or any part of the world, if you were writing to your senators by email or calling their offices, it's very easy to book audience and to let you come in there and discuss. If you don't meet the senator directly, you're going to meet the press secretary of the senator, or you meet somebody who is an assistant to the senator, and whatever you discuss with that person is obviously reverted to the senators. Now, there is something very clear that a lot of people have not understood, and that is why there is you see, La République du Cameroon is panicking so much about what the EU has said, because they are certain about the fact that when America said it, when Tataw said something about taking Cameroon to the crisis into the international level, the Cameroon government came and backed. Now, when Amnesty International wrote stuff, they came and backed. When many people have written, they always back. Now, the problem is that they are aware that the international community is transforming the issue into something that is very international now. You know, Southern Cameroons as a people, there is nobody in the world who does not understand the history of Southern Cameroons. There is nobody in the world who does not know that we as a people were once an independent country, and based, you see, Tataw has explained in one of his videos in Houston, Texas. He explained very clearly our history, more than even some Cameroonians who were there at the time. And this is to let you know that the necessity of you as a people believing in the fact that your independence is already there is very important. That is the first thing. Now, we have had some little issues on the ground that during some periods, you think like, oh, we have to leave this thing, we are tired and stuff like that. Those are issues that are consistent with human behaviors, with the way human beings live. So even in life, sometimes you feel discouraged. You know, those who come to America for the first time, your first few months is so frustrating and you want to give up. Some people want to go back and stuff like that. But once you get stabilized, you get into the system, that is how this revolution is. That's how revolutions have been. Now, you know, the people of Bongosville in October from Papua New Guinea, they'll be having their referendum. And they fought for 10 years, like we have explained. So Southern Cameroonians, I want to let you know that all the same characteristics that were in Bongosville are also in Southern Cameroons. There were people who took the revolution, they were stealing, they were breaking, and people were killing people randomly. In Bongosville, 20,000 people, which is underestimated. They died in 10 years between 1990, 1988 and 1998, when there was a letter, a truce in 2001. I think those dates are right. Now, over 20 people died, 20,000, before they finally had a truce in 2001. And then later they had the autonomous state of Burgersville, and finally they had put their things in place and all of those things. Now the Pope Burgersville also had their own issues. And Southern Cameroonians, you must all understand that. Listen, I want to let you know something. For me, Eric Tataw, I know I'm going to die someday. I'm not wishing myself that I die now, but I'm not going to bother when I die because I will be dead. So dead people don't bother. So the issue is understanding the philosophy of death, because all of us are going to die anyway. I used to tell a lot of people that my father died in 2003 when I just got to high school. I just passed my O-levels. He didn't die in Bazonia. I came from Limbe. I was taken from Limbe. I didn't know I was going back to the village in Kendem only to meet my mother crying that buried my father. He didn't die in Bazonia. People have died in the course of this revolution that they did not fight the war. They were not shot by the military. They died in their houses, in their sick beds, in other places. People have been dying in Europe. Southern Cameroonians, they were not fighting the war. So we, the people of Southern Cameroon, will have to understand, yes, the massacre is too much. We are doing everything to document this, but we must remain consistent in our beliefs. Now, I have this message for the Parliament of the Republic of Cameroon. There is no parliament, no Senate that can talk on behalf of the people when the people do not recognize their laws. That's the first thing. So whatever the Senate of Cameroon says, either about Maurice Kamto or Ambazonia regarding what the EU has said, is not and void. It is not regarded. It is not. We are not interested in what. First of all, I want to let you know that over 30 senators that I've spoken with from the La Republique Senate, I've spoken with over 30 since the issue. They were rambling, making noise. The numbers are there. It's easy. Contact journalists on the ground, you get it. They said that there was no extraordinary parliament of the Senate for the Senate president to have drafted a response to the EU Parliament. Imagine how dirty and disgraceful Cameroon, the state of Cameroon, can be. Imagine how, what country are you living in? What country is that? That a Senate president stays in his house, either in Yaoundé or in Bagante, Nyadjifandi, a dying man, calls a small boy, write this, write, and then you put it out on social media. A Senate president writes about, there is no way Nancy Pelosi cannot speak on behalf of the U.S. Senate if there are no formal deliberations, or if she's not given the strength or any backup call to talk on behalf of the U.S. Senate. It will never happen. There are limitations. A Senate president can respond in the name of the Senate president, not in the name of the Senate of Cameroon. Nancy Pelosi cannot sit and say that we American senators will have said that. No. Take for example, I want to give you a small example. When a document came out about the Southern Cameroon's independence issue from the U.S. Senate, one of the first documents that came out came from 10 senators co-signed. It was not all the senators. 10 senators, 10 Democratic senators, they co-signed that document. That was led by our senators here in Maryland. They co-signed because they were talking about the 10 of them. They were representing their views. If 50 senators did, they would sign. How can a Senate president? The EU is not stupid. The EU is not stupid. How can a Senate president go and sit in his house on a Saturday or Friday night and then draft a document out of office without the consent of other senators? We are happy because the government of Cameroon has continuously shown the world that they are not a state that can be reckoned with. They are not a state that respects law, because everything in response to a united everything in response to the united to the European Union Parliament, they still disrespected the law. They still disrespected the law. We have to remain very consistent in our beliefs. Your independence is here. It is very clear that we have put the government of Cameroon in a position where they will continuously show the world that they are not only disgraceful to the world, but they are also a genocidal regime that does not respect the laws. Because even within their own Senate, a Senate which is the highest body in a country, a Senate that sits and discusses bills and laws that will affect the lives of the entire nation. One man sits in his house on a Friday, an old dying man, as old as Nyat Jifanji, and then he wrote some things and said it is a reply of the Senate. I mean, is that not so terrific? Is that not so wonderful that the government of Cameroon has become so stupid and crazy? One man, a senator, a Senate president sits in his house. No, this is beyond disgrace. This is beyond disgrace. So we, the people of Southern Cameroons, we are happy that the EU has again identified the fact that indeed everything they said about the state of Cameroon is the truth. They don't respect the law. There is no democracy in Cameroon. If they were if they had democracy, a Senate president will not sit in his house on Friday and draft a document to the EU. To the EU. Now they will be forcing senators to sign. They are calling senators to come and sign. You will see in the days ahead, a document might come out that all senators have signed. So we have spoken with senators, and they are distancing themselves. They have removed themselves from that particular arrangement. And we are happy that the people of Southern Cameroon have to understand this fact. Going forward, we are systematic about our revolution. And there is nobody that can stop you from your revolution. However, you must be able to identify the things that are trying to destroy this revolution. I'll be very brief. It's Easter Sunday. Many people are in church. We, the people of Southern Cameroon, say we remain very committed. I want to make this very clear point. And this message, before I go to the message from some US senators, this particular message is for everyone Southern Cameroonian and to the BLM people. The first mistake that I made as an activist in my life, one of the most crucial mistakes, was when I allowed Arike and Amigo to be handled by the Boyo Council. And the ADF guys got them, manipulated them, caused confusion until one of our great fighters died. That mistake, I have said, it will not repeat itself in the BLM. It will not. If fighting for the BLM to remain stable is the last thing I will do before I die in this revolution, so shall it be. There will be no division in the BLM. There will be no misunderstanding. We will continuously. Some people say, "Oh, why have you spoken to Field Marshal?" No. Listen, let me tell you something. Field Marshal has no problem for now that I think I should speak with. I've spoken with Field Marshal before. But Ayeke is angry, and I think I have the responsibility to understand him because he's the one who left somewhere. And I have that responsibility as an activist to listen to him more because it's somebody who I've never listened to. We have to listen to him. And he talks every time and makes very important points that anybody who has a foresight will see. Now, for all of you who care, all of you, those surrogates of the man in Norway, I want to be clear to you that you will not find yourself in the BLM by no chance. By no chance. And we will not allow it happen. Because La Republique has shown us very clearly that the BLM is the first captured territory. After the BLM, the next one that has been proven is Indian. We have proofs from the documents that are signed by administrators of those counties. The agent for the BLM was the first person to sign, asking workers to come back. If workers had not left the BLM, he would not be asking them to come back. So there was a huge success. No matter the differences between Ayeke and Field Marshal now, we the people must try our best to contain the division that the ATF is trying to cause in the BLM. Now, one of my friends in South Africa, in G. Elias, I read your comment on my video that I posted of Ayeke, and I was shocked. And I want to say that when I speak the truth, I don't care about anybody who comes to counteract or wants to think that, oh, every tattoo you are doing this. No. Because there is what we call cause and effect. If those of you who are commenting today on Ayeke's video and making noise that, oh, this and that, if you started by condemning the ADF, who started by lying, they imagine that somebody who calls himself a CIC lies that they had rescued Ayeke And we have not seen any of those things anywhere. Now, okay, possibly Ayeke had some pictures with the ADF. Soldiers can interact. The ADF is found around Yenaba, where they come and terrorize people, beat the community, like you heard in Besali. Ask any Lebialema who's from that area, they will tell you the same story. That's what the ADF guys do. They come there, they disturb, they beat people. Go to Kugwe, they did the same thing. And you have a state, a La Republic sponsored enemy to destroy the revolution, and you think that my problem is, don't reduce my problem, don't reduce the problem of this revolution to Eric Tataw and this man. No, that's not true. That is the campaign that some ADF want to reduce it, because the campaign Eric Tataw is waging is against the ADF, that is an element to the state of Southern Cameroon. Yes. Look at all, I'll still tell that, go to my wall. Go and look if you ever see anywhere that I'll put pictures here, and put audios there trying to talk against people. No, I'll not do that. When there's an issue, I address it on the live show. And that is it. So do not reduce the issue. I don't have any problems with the man in Norway or his spokesperson or anybody in the ADF. No. I have a personal problem with the lies that they speak on social media. Yes. Let me tell you something. I'll show you an example. I want to start displaying something. Now, you can see what I'm doing. I'll just go down very briefly. Let me come here. Okay. I posted a picture of just 1 minute. So I want you people to understand how diabolic these ADF people can be. Just 1 minute. I mean, you people, you have the potential. We are winning a fight, and you have people who have turned the revolution into propaganda. I mean, what can be my problem with the ADF? Why? What do I want from them? In fact, let me pull this out very quickly. While I am trying to pull this out, let me seize the opportunity to say a very special happy birthday to my friend and brother Joshua Carr, whose birthday falls on a very special day. Joshua, we love you, particularly your big brother here loves you so much. You have been doing a great job, and you know, we will remain very committed to the cause, like we always say, Manon. Now, I want to put this very clearly. Look at something. Let me go. I want to put this out clearly. Do not also forget that Professor Lumumba is coming up. I'll have to announce that. I hope I don't forget. It's in Ohio, coming in Columbus this Sunday, 28th of this month. So please, we want everybody there. All the states send delegations of at least 50 or 100 people from all the states. Everywhere Southern Cameroonians should be there. Thank you. We'll try to not forget that in the course of our discussion. Now, I want to go to a post on Facebook where you all see what I'm trying to say. Let me see where I can find this very quickly. Okay, I'll just go there. Let me see. It should be here. Okay, I've done something on okay, now this is a post that I've done on General Ayeke. I want people to see that a video that General Ayeke sent to me. Now, this guy, the ADF, they went and created this name. To tell you how diabolic these guys are, they created this name, Eric Su. And I'll screenshot so that you will see. Okay, this is the Eric Su guy. They created this name, this profile, Eric Su. He just commented 49 minutes ago. You can see that on the video. That's what they do. They have blocked their own comment sections. Then they run to create fake profiles every day. That's what the man in Norway does. Because he thinks that we have known what they do. And I'm there. That's why you see I reply to their comments now, because I know what they're trying to do. Now, this is Eric Su. He says, Eric Tataw. I'm ashamed to even answer the name Eric. Okay, somebody will say, hey, that they're trying to say, you say like, hey, Evan Marwin and Eric, if he wants to hate Eric. Now, this is the irony. Okay, this is the Eric Su. That's my reply to him. I'll go back to the post. Okay, so this Eric Su, what did I discover? This is the most interesting part. I want to just talk about this, then we'll go to other issues. Okay, now, Okay, this is the Eric Sue. Okay, see the profile. This is it. That's the Eric Sue. He said he lives in Kumba. According to him, he's on Ground Zero. I don't care to know, but this is the funniest thing. The profile was created only today. At the time he commented, I caught it. It was 11 minutes ago that he created a profile, updated it only to come and comment on a video because he thinks that he wants to roll in a particular agenda. This is the same person. So since I wrote, he has not come back to comment because he knows he has been caught. This is it. You waste your time. You create fake profiles up and down to come and disturb Amazonians. That's what they do. That's what they do. I mean, we have a problem. I'm talking to like my friend in South Africa, Elias Nji, who was saying that, oh, Eric Tataw, I used to do this in this way. I don't care about what you think about Eric Tataw when I speak the truth. Yeah, my friend, our friendship has a line. I don't care about what you think about the fact that when these people started lying, Ayeke has a right to defend himself. Nobody's paying Ayeke to do anything. Take for example, let's go forward. Now we are talking about the EU. The EU, we are talking about the EU, and you know the people of the ATF, they lied, and then they have been caught about the EU that they did not go to the EU. It's certain that they did not go there. They simply pick up a calendar and posted something. What have they done? They went and this is what they call the State Department Ambazonian Governing Council. Come and look at clowns in the highest order. That's a State Department, according to them. The State Department of the Ambazonian Governing Council trying to corrode the image of our revolution. You go to the United Nations, that even my child can go there anytime and snap. Look at what they did. Let the photos speak for themselves. This is what the ADF wrote. Let the photos speak for themselves. They are so-called spokesperson who took one picture that he was on his dining table. He put flags. Then they take the EU logo and put behind, and they say he's in the EU headquarters. They have gone now to the in Geneva. They claim that's the airport. You take a picture in the airport, which is normal. It is your right. This is the vice president of that so-called AGC. You go where they put flags, like in the EU, they put flags everywhere. You go and snap. You say you're in the United Nations. Let me come. You snap where there is EU, there's United Nations, because you know that very soon, they have said that they should deliberate, they should take the Amazonian thing to the United Nations. You are looking for pictures that tomorrow you said that you have posted these pictures. You are the one who went to the United Nations, to the Security Council. That's what they are doing. But this is the most interesting part. That's United Nations. There's no problem about that. I want to push up. These guys are supposed to imagine that Sisiko goes and is snapping like this. I can do it. I'm an activist. But this somebody who calls himself vice president or whatever of a governing council, he's taking picture by the signpost of the United Nations and he's bragging. Let's be honest. We move forward. This is the most interesting part. They snapped on the rostrum. And I want you to take note of this lady. I don't know her. I've never known her. Look at this bag that she's holding. I want you to post something about this bag. Okay. That's the governing council. Now, the governing council, this is their vice president who goes and snap. We have been talking on rostrum. They go and snap on top of a rostrum. Claim, who is he addressing? Can we see the crowd that you're addressing? That your people sat in the crowd and we're listening to you, like we have been doing in the US Congress. Can we see a crowd? We don't want the ADF to disturb our people, so I am here for the ADF. Now, look at this lady. According to her, she's addressing people. She's talking to people. Then she forgot that she just put her back behind here to take a picture. And they forgot the back. They did not remove the back. That's the back there. So who speaks in the United Nations and keeps her back behind there? When you are going to speak, you keep your back on your chair. You don't carry your back and come and put behind the rostrum that you are speaking. This is what the ADF is doing. And they put it on Facebook and say, watch pictures. Which pictures should speak for themselves, ADF? I'm asking you people that which pictures, and you call yourself Ambazonian Governing Council, you turn the revolution into a clown. Anyway, it's good that you have been banned from Southern Cameroon. We don't recognize you people. Yeah, listen. So I'm saying that I have a personal problem with the lies that the ADF is spreading on social media. I have a personal problem with the lies. Let me go to the post of Jennifer Dikai. Jennifer posted something very important. I hope that I'm going to see that. Okay, I think it should be here. Okay, this is Jennifer. I think Jennifer is a very smart activist. She's always pointing out the things that many people will not understand, and we give her kudos. I'm trying to. Okay, good, excellent. This is what Jennifer decoded from the ADF. This is one of the pictures that the ADF claimed that this gentleman was in the EU. They took a screenshot. I've never even noticed because I knew it was all lies. But Jennifer brought it out very clearly. They took a screenshot of the United European Parliament. That's the EU that they have manipulated. Their man is there only doing the screenshot of the European Parliament. Put this man. A man is in his house on his dining table. They say that it's European Parliament. Because they know that they are doing it because they know people in Gang Zero can get confused. And that maybe we will not have time to see it and to come and explain, and they would have pushed their agenda through. So thank you, Jennifer. Keep on decoding them. Now, this is the same picture that they forgot that they had posted somewhere. Jennifer went and removed it. I mean, the same picture, everything the same. You go and change one and put EU. So, I mean, what level? And some of you are there, you come and comment and you're trying to support these people. So you come and support this kind of human beings who are reducing. If the EU is reading and ambassadors are lying that, oh, they represented the EU in the parliament or whatever, how do you think the EU will be feeling? That's the question I'm asking you. How do you think the EU will be feeling? That's the question I'm asking. So you have people who have reduced a revolution into like they are clowns. You see a woman goes and sits on the rostrum, she behaves like she's talking to the United Nations, and then she forgot her back behind there. Because God always has a way of exposing these ADF criminals. I don't have any problem with any ADF person. I will not come and insult an ADF man that you have big head, you are this. I've not done that. I've never insulted them about their education and all of those things. I only insult them about the things that are concrete. That you come and lie that you have a doctorate degree, it's a fact. I will not come and say your mother is this, your father is this. No, that I mean, at least you, those of you who are out there, who if you are critical, you should appreciate me for the fact that I don't go personal. I only talk about the things that are about the revolution. You cannot have people who are reducing this thing every day. Okay, that's Ayeke. What are they trying to do? They are making sure that they vilify Ayeke because they know that now people don't love us. The only way we can penetrate the BLM is by saying that we rescued Ayeke. We are this to Ayeke. Ayeke is working with us. But it's not true. From day one, I started speaking with Ayeke. I have the audios. I can show you the day that he sent the audio that he said the same thing that he has been saying. That he was going to his village or coming back, and a group of thieves harassed them. And what happened? They solved the problem before the ADF was arriving from Yanaba. How did the ADF arrive? Because the group of thieves were still the ADF guys who went and called the other ADF in Yanaba that come. We don't want some red guy to man come make a lesson on and rescue them. Then they did not do that. So what lies have Ayeke told? So okay, assuming that they came from Yanaba and Ayeke said, okay, after all, we are friends, let's just take a picture. Ayeke told me that he did not understand how they were, he did not even know that they were doing a voice over when they were drinking. That's why he said that they are manipulating videos. Because the person that was doing it with an intention. That's what they do. And you say, I've never given Ayeke $1, but I'm going to support him. That's a fact. And the BLM people, I have told you people that, yes, Ayeke and Field Marshal might have a problem, but people have the responsibility to crack those differences. Because the ADF is doing everything. This was their plan, that they will vilify Ayeke and assume that all other activists will believe the lies that they are saying about Ayeke, and then Ayeke will be abandoned. They were trying to implement the policy of isolationism on Ayeke. So once Ayeke would have been isolated, the ADF will come on that you see no man no wants you, so we'll do Ayeke will say, okay, no problem, wanna take me. That's what they wanted. Then Ayeke will start doing videos for ADF. That you know I am ADF, this is ADF come in Alo, then ADF would have succeeded. That is what they plan to do. That is what they were going to do, but they did not succeed until they are parading pictures that they kept. Why will you lie that a man had been working with you? You were the first people who first of all posted that Ayeke died. Every year CIC posted that what happened to the BLM is unfortunate. He did not even have any information. Go to my wall and see if I ever posted anywhere that Ayeke died, because I was not sure that was Ayeke. I wasn't sure because the Republic can do everything, take badges and put there and stuff like that. That is what I even told some activists that they don't make sure they print down my badge, but at the end of the day was that his badge fell. So why do you think that we as a people, we cannot concentrate in dismantling these criminals? We have to concentrate because we have an enemy in the Republic and we also have an enemy in the ADF. Why is it that the ADF is only struggling to have a military might? They have never fought anywhere. I've asked somebody that the big number that you are claiming that is big number. Show me where he has fought in the last 8 months or even 12 months. Even the new general that the so-called CIC put out there after the death of General Ivo, tell me one action that he has carried in 8 months. We hear actions in Bamenda from the people of Mezam, Bafut Bali. We hear in Kumba from Paul Nilong's boys. We hear in Indian everywhere. We hear in Manu. Talking about Manu. Some people say, oh, Manu is dead. Manu is not dead. As they will tell you what we have been doing to gendarmes in Tinto, in being sing in Kemba, in a talk. You think it's everything that will come and talk? No, man is in charge. We are taking our time. So we have a responsibility to crush these bandits. And you people think that, oh, because El Tataw has a problem. Listen, let me tell you very clearly. I want to be very clear with you, all of you. I have no problems with anybody in the ADF as a person. There are people who have problems with me because I block them from having money. That's it. You cannot put yourself in a position. Okay, yesterday I was driving back from DC. One of our pals called me. He actually goes by the business name Aegis. He called me right to his house and then he gave me $100. He's on a wheelchair. That give 50 to FACO and 50 to the people of what he called a village. I'm going to check it out and I'll send it there. $100. A man on a wheelchair, he's contributing money. I look at that, I almost cried because he suffered from stroke ages. I went to his house yesterday in the night. So when somebody gives you money like that, you cannot eat it. A man has stroke, you eat his money. So we, the poor of Southern Cameroons, we are consistent. We have an enemy in Paul Biya's regime and another enemy in the ADF until they will probably change and show us that they have truly changed. Otherwise, we'll continuously considering them as facilitators of the regime in Yaoundé. And I want to say very clearly to any ADF surrogate who cares to listen. I want to tell you very clearly that if you want to do anything that is a lie in this revolution, expect my live show the next day. You will not come and disgracing yourselves. You go and you're holding a press conference discussing what? Unity? Unity that bandit in Norway refused. And you come here making noise on Facebook that we should be looking at you. You started by saying that, oh, Dr. Sako has, who are the people who have vilified people the most in this revolution? Tell me, I mean, they are going to personal things. Who has ever talked about your travel documents? Who has ever done that? Which activist has ever said it? Unless you come and expose yourself. But you people stand here, all of you that are paid activists, you come and say, oh, Dr. Sako has no travel documents, but he has gone to Europe, to Germany, he's back. And you who are supposed to go to Britain, now you claim that they invited you, Pobia, you are still there, running around selling pizza, you're making noise everywhere. I mean, let us be honest. Let us be honest. People make noise every day on Facebook, and you people think that Eric Tataw should stay quiet because I don't want to reduce myself into quarreling with the ATF. No, I have told the Ambazonian people that leave the ATF to me. Leave them to me to handle. Leave them to me alone. Listen, let me tell you something. I have screenshots. I'm going to show you some. Go to the wall. Go to the wall of one Karen girl who used to be, who is the girlfriend of this spokesman of the ADF. Go and see the thing that they're writing. Go to the wall. I don't want to get into it. People screenshot and showed me. They just said it very clearly that the whole lifetime that man has been sleeping in your house on the chair. But that was somebody that was vilifying people here every day, making like he's a minister in America. Why? You have nothing. Your girlfriend's family fed you your whole life in America, and you come on Facebook, you are destroying a revolution, and you people think that we should stay quiet. I mean, it's unfair. It's unfair. Some ATF surrogate is writing here that we are wasting energy on the ATF. No, the ATF is a backbone of La Republic weakening the revolution that I have to stand in the gap to ensure that all of you should know the truth. To ensure that, listen, every day that ADF comes and lies, expects Eric, you have to expect Eric Tataw. I'll come back. I'll show you with proof. You see them on the screen. I keep all of it. I don't have to go into those small little things and stuff like that. People, Barrister Fuji also came and said it. People have been, when Elisimi wrote that 90% or 99% is IG, the ADF people vilified him. You come, Barrister Fuji also came and said it. Why have they not talking about Barrister Fuji also? Because they know that they can't dare it. They can't try it because he is the most authentic man we have. And just to let you know that Barrister Fuji also arrived very safely. I spoke with him about 4 days ago. And he's okay. We thank God for his arrival. And we are watching very closely. Now, you people must understand. You people must understand one thing. We are concentrating on our counties, equipping the various counties. Now, it is known that there are 2 camps in the BLM, which is normal. And yesterday, I spoke with Reverend Asson, who is a treasurer for the BLM, and I gave her Ayeke's number to talk to Ayeke. The people of the BLM, you people must understand that What the ADF is trying to do is to divide you people. And in order to divide you people, they must portray Ayeke as their own. Because since you hate them, you hate Ayeke. That's why I told people that you cannot claim to love Siseko and hate the IG. That's it. So the same thing you are trying to do with the BLM. So we must remain consistent. We must remain consistent. We will continuously tell you the truth about what you must know, what should be known. Because some people think that this revolution has been reduced to infighting. There is no infighting. All the leaders have united. All the leaders have united under one umbrella. All of them. But there is one that is a facilitator of the regime. When you are talking against ADF, it's not infighting. Remove that one from your head. It's a primary fight against the regime of Yaoundé. It's saying, if you look at that man in Norway, he is, in terms of money, look at all the leaders, he's the poorest. Poorest, like zero. I still challenge their spokesperson who was claiming that he earns 6 figures. Let him put only one of his checks on Facebook. One. That is how we operate. Because if you can, for example, the ADF people, they are the people who create fake profiles every now and then they say that, oh, my trip to Goya, my trip to this, my trip to that. If you don't believe in the government, why are you commenting about their finances? That's the first question. I will show the pictures. I'll come back to the pictures before we close, when everybody must have come up. Now, let it be clear to all of you that I have a role to defend the people of Ambazonia from any lies, either from La Republic or from the ATF. Now, the percentage of the following of the interim government has risen from 95% to 99.99% because the other leaders have joined the IG. Now they are operating on equal basis, although the IG, equal basis because they all have, listen, don't get me confused, IG surrogates, let me put it like that, as they used to call us. When I say the other groups are operating on equal level with the IG, it is true because when there is a document, a memorandum of understanding, everybody's signature has the same weight. The same, like America's vote is the same as the Congolese vote in the US in the UN. The same like that of any other country. So, but although behind, people now have their influence when it comes to Security Council and other things, but the votes are the same. Now, we have all our leaders together, but we have one man who thinks people should come and unite them with him. Yeah, the way he was talking with a lot of arrogance, when he has nothing. That's somebody. Listen, we have seen websites of what they call Changshu bots. Can you give us account of how much you have collected from that website too? Can you give us account of what you collected from the Republic of Southern Cameroon? That's the question I'm asking. Without said, we have very good news from the US Senate, some senators that have spoken with again recently. I'm going to put that at the end of this show, talk about Professor Lumumba. But we want to be clear that even the American government should know that we as a people, we have a government and they know it and they recognize it and they have written that from the State Department. The State Department is the Foreign Affairs Ministry of the United States. That's how they call it, State Department. It's foreign affairs. So they know everything in all countries. Everything. And they have recognized Siseko as their president. And when the State Department recognized Siseko, they say, oh, what document is that? State Department has nothing to do with Ambazonia. But today they said they have been invited as a State Department. We are still waiting for a video in the EU that the ADF was sitting somewhere while the EU was deliberating. When Agbobala came here in the parliament, when he went to the Canadian parliament, we saw him inside the parliament. They were talking and said, okay, talk. So to you, you think that the EU can invite AGC and then that man in Norway who likes power will allow the vice president to go and talk? You'll be the one to be talking, and then you will be filming, putting everywhere. CIC is there, CIC. But we didn't see CIC because he sent them to go and take pictures in front, and they did not even succeed in taking the pictures. And people come here, you are making noise that we should be clapping to the ADF. Oh, no, Eric Tataw, the problem is that you and this man, who and who? No. Anybody who comes and equates me with that person is either an ADF fan or somebody who knows nothing that he or she said. So we are very clear on these aspects. There is nothing like ADF. ADF is deleted. But when they come and speak the lies, we must come and put it out there clearly for the people to see. Like I was saying, we were showing pictures that imagine the ADF. Let me go back to my Facebook page. I showed Jennifer Dikai. This is the ADF. They say they are what? Department, that's it, Department of State. State Department. They only want to do like how US has State Department and Brazilian Governing Council. This was just newly created, as you can see. Okay, they went and took pictures. See, they said, let the photo speak. First of all, they said, this what kind of language is this? A whole State Department. Look at what they have written. Go and, you push better go and edit it. See, they say, let the photo speaks for themselves. Let the photo speaks. That's a State Department. See. Let the photo speaks. The State Department. Okay, that's fine. We assume that Poker made mistake in grammar. That's okay. Now, with that said, this is your vice president, or what they call this other man. This man, they said, some people say he's doing what. I don't want to talk about somebody's stuff. I'm just interested about all of this. He went to the Geneva airport, wherever he took a picture to them. They're going to the UN. Then he comes here. They snap pictures here. This is, look at picture. So you snap picture in Geneva that you are going to the UN. Then you are talking about EU. Instead of showing us EU, you are showing us United Nations, and you are outside the block. Then you go inside, you go and you snap here, then you go inside. These are State Department people. Imagine, say, Tibor Nash goes down for corner Cameroon embassy, snap picture poster. I feel do I'm like activists. Say, okay, I go to the embassy. That be normal. Not be person the State Department. Now, look at this girl that's standing with this man. I don't know this lady, but look at. I want people to take note of this bag. You see this bag? That's the bag she's holding. She took a picture of this bag. And then in here, they claim that they are discussing here on the panel, United Nations. They go and snap picture. Everybody can do that. What discussion were they having? They snap here with some white people to prove a point. When you want to snap, go to the office like we did. Talk to the people and let the results come out. Okay, this lady, she comes and look at the bag. The same bag, you put the bag behind you, take a picture, and then you claim that you are talking. Who speaks with the bag behind her? So all these things, ADF, we want to tell people that you people should forget it. You have lost it. So we are not going to remain on that useless ADF people who don't know their left from their right. Let's talk some other thing. Professor Lumumba is coming here. You see, they are quiet. They are not saying anything. When Professor Lumumba will come and go, you see they'll put it, oh, it's not about the crowd, or they'll wait that people should not come. So they'll say, you see, people did not come and stuff like that. We don't care what's going to happen. But what is going to happen is that we have Professor Lumumba coming here. Even if he's going to talk to 2 Ambazonians, we'll be satisfied and we'll put the pictures out there. If he talks to 100, 2,000, we'll still put the pictures out there. However, I want to solicit, most activists have posted, like Kemi Ashu and the rest of them. They have posted, and you have the date. It's Sunday, the 28th of April, and of course, it's going to be in Columbus, Ohio. The address is on the flyer. Check Kemi's wall. Jennifer Dikai, please, Joshua, all of you people should repost this Professor Lumumba's flyer. We'll continuously talk about it. We'll put it out in audio so that everybody, please, all of you, especially the BLM people, want to have a grand rally there with the BLM people. Let's talk about this AKF marshal stuff. Put an end to it. See how we'll do contributions to give all of them. The Prof Kupe Maningu by Story I got your call yesterday. We will see everything, do everything within our power to solve every problem in terms of finance that's going there. We'll try to see how we can respond. Those of you in Momo, especially Sikot, have had your problem as well. We're going to discuss about it, but let's remain focused because we know you people have to join in this fight of sensitizing our people to know that the ADF is a bad gang. It's a gang of criminals. You have to join in this sensitization. In the meantime, I've told people that allow them for me here on social media. I'll handle them on Facebook very squarely and stuff like that. Now, so Professor Lumumba will be here on the 28th in Columbus, Ohio. So please, all of you start booking your flight. Those who are driving, I will drive from my state to Ohio. Everybody has to be there. We have to ensure that we are there in our numbers. All the counties, Momo, Selling Representative, Nelson, Ochemba, all of you living far and near, please make sure you come. It's important. Book your flights, do reservations. That event is going to start, I think, 2 o'clock or so, or 4. But we know that the latest 4 would have started the town hall. Without said, ladies and gentlemen, we will now move to the good news from the United States. Some United States senators want to thank President Donald Trump. We know that if there is one thing we believe in, is that the U.S. has the capacity. The U.S. has started the campaign that the EU has joined now to take the Ambazonian crisis to international scene. We believe in the U.S. We believe in America. America is the God of other nations. the God of our nation, Ambazonia. We believe in you, President Donald Trump. We know that you are one man that can shake it in 1 minute. So we are counting on the American government to help us. This is what some senators that I called recently told me, and they still repeat the same message. And in the days ahead, not too long, the Senate will be talking a lot about the issues in Ambazonia. You heard what Tibona said, and the news is clear. What they told me is that every desk in their various offices, of course, has something about Ambazonia. And Southern Cameroonians, you must remain very committed. Call all your senators. These are the people who can change the game in 1 minute. Give them enough information. Give them a lot that they have to know. Because without these people, we will fight and fight. But if the world does not recognize us, we can fight for as long as possible. However, we have to continuously arm our boys to defend themselves. But we also count on the strength and benevolence of the people like the US and any other persons or any other person or persons or country or countries in the world that think that they stand by justice. It is only justice they will be doing to the poor of Southern Cameroons by giving them their independence. We thank all the senators that have been taking our calls, all their secretaries that have been putting us top on the agenda. Please report your story to your senators. Whether in Europe, in China, in America, in Canada, report your stories to your senators. I've talked a lot with them, and we are very positive. I can post a lot of pictures. I go to all those offices. Sometimes I see some senators. Sometimes I see their direct assistants. Sometimes we talk only with their secretaries. It is very helpful. It's very helpful. I think what we're going to do to encourage people is that going forward, each time we go to any of those offices, we'll do short videos and put out there so that people should be encouraged. Those things, see, there is nothing to hide. That's not sacred diplomacy. When you go to those offices, put it out there. Let the senators, they recognize justice. Take, for example, when we went to the congressman of Indiana, he is the one who posted it on Twitter. All of you saw it. He posted it on Twitter and will continuously press because the people know the truth about what is happening in Southern Cameroon. So I want to beg you people that stay very focused. Do not forget, like I've said, that Professor Lumumba is coming in Ohio. The crowd in Ohio is going to translate to something big that America will see. Mommy Judith, Mommy Josephine, all of you who are watching me, all our pastors, Pastor Victor and the rest in Houston, all of you, Reverend Asong, Tifu, if you are here, Tifu Mirel, who's just joining, all of you who are there should ensure that you come to Columbus, Ohio on Sunday. You can begin to plan now, plan ahead of time. We beg everybody to be there. We need at least 1,000 people in that hall. They have rented a big hall. So all of you in Columbus, in Ohio, all of you in Cincinnati, in Cleveland, all of you in all the cities in Ohio, please, Southern Cameroonians, come there. Don't only come alone. Bring your brothers, your sisters, your children. I'm going to be driving with at least 6 of my family members from Maryland to that event. My wife will be there. My child will be there. My brother will be there. My friend will be there. And we'll come with our special professional photographer who will make sure that we get every moment of the event. So this is a very special time for us. We want to remain resilient, we want to remain focused. And Professor Lumumba is one of those lobbyists that can help Southern Cameroon sell our event. He talks in almost many conferences, many parts in the world. It's important for us to give a representation of what we want. What Professor Lumumba is not an ordinary activist. He's a professor. He's a very senior professor, one of the finest human rights crusaders that is known the world over. So he's not an ordinary activist like some of these ADF criminals have always tried to refer to him the first time he came to the US. Now he's coming, they have no idea. The first time he came, they didn't know, but they said, oh, it was an ADF man who brought him and stuff like that. Now he's coming again. I want to thank Dr. Edmond Folefak from the BLM County that is so keen behind this arrangement and that has been very supportive of the Ambazonian cause. So, Doctor, we thank you. We also want to thank especially Dr. Emma Asong of he was here in the DMV area, who was one of the coordinators or the moderators during the Maryland conference or the DC conference, if you like it that way. We want to thank everybody. We also want to seize this opportunity to call on the Cameroonian government to immediately and unconditionally release the activist, the Italian citizen and activist that is holding, Fraudster, aka Bush Hunter. He's innocent. He went to see refugees, and we don't know why the government is arresting activists who are talking and speaking for the people. So please, I want you to know that authoritatively, Fraudster is at set, and the family is already calling various embassies to inform them Any malicious act by the Cameroon government will have to end via one of his children. So beware, Paul Biya being from that. We know that Fraudster is with you. As we are all aware, National Telegraph, we don't publish things that are not authentic. Fraudster is in set, and we have published it on our website. It's authoritative, and we are waiting on the response from the Italian embassy. When we get that response, we'll get family members talking to them. We are going to publish it. So I want all of you to join the campaign on Facebook and take Fraudster's picture, put it out there, say, free Fraudster Cameroon government. We know he's in set. So we have to put that campaign the same way we have put for any other person that has been arrested. So when you leave here, this is Easter, please, all of you, you have two responsibilities. Mobilize for the coming of Professor Lumumba, also mobilize for the release of Fraudster, the bush hunter. So grab all those pictures on your walls and ensure that we have the message driven through and across. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to end here, and God bless you. Do not forget, the BLM will remain one, despite the fact that General Ayeke is fighting elsewhere with his own fighters, but we will not get them separated. We want to also caution Team Marshall not to be angry, to stay calm, and the fact that Ayeke has gone does not make them enemies. We are going to continuously talk to these two commanders to ensure that everything is on track. In the meantime, Team Marshall remains the overseer of the BLM, but while Ayeke will be working with him to ensure that they liberate the BLM as a team. That said, we will not tolerate or want any of the ADF criminals to come 1 billion inch around where the BLM borders are found. Let them stay in Wabani, Marshall, and the rest. Contain your territory and ensure that you always have support from the poor Southern Cameroon. So God bless you. Whoever is writing all those fake ADF profiles, you commenting, the wall is open. I just showed you somebody who created a profile called Eric Su. He created a profile 11 minutes ago only to come and comment on the post. He said, oh, even though I'm ashamed that my name is Eric. So you create a profile because you want to drive a message, but it will always decode all of you. Once more, thank you all. Those of you who are watching, stay focused and know that the Republic of Cameroon is your enemy as well as the facilitators, the ADF, until they will move away from doing stupid and crazy propaganda. We remain very committed in ensuring that we decode all their lies. Once more, thank you, the European Union. Thank you, America. Thank you, the rest of the world. Thank you, the bishops and the popes that have been supporting Southern Cameroon. We continuously thank you, people. We also reaching out to the people of Sri Lanka who actually have this tragedy that has happened in one of the churches over there on Easter. So we are very pissed off about what's going on around the world, and we, the poor Southern Cameroons, we understand the commitment of the world to maintain peace and global security. The more reason why we are calling on them, that one of the ways to maintain peace and global security, starting with the West and Central Africa, is ensuring that Ambazonia gains its independence so that we can all live in a world that is happy for all of us and suitable for everybody to practice justice and peace. God bless you. Thank you, President Donald Trump. You are our savior. We are looking forward to getting more responses from the American Senate and, of course, from you, the strongest man of the world. God bless you and have a wonderful Easter. Bye for now.